morning. Welcome back to Breakfast Television. Now, your roads this morning, they are looking a little bit slick and, of course, lighter than usual. But we are hearing of a problem outside of our view on the northbound 410 north of Steeles, where the left 4 lanes are blocked, and it's all because of a collision. Still 2 lanes allowing you to get by, but the northbound 410 is quite slow from approaching that problem on the northbound 410 just north of Steeles. So, again, you'll find delays in that area. Emergency crews are currently responding. But you can see that the northbound 410 moving through Courtney Park is fine. Southbound 410 out of Brampton moving well this hour towards the 401. Westbound 401 heading out of Durham region, not a bad drive, but we are hearing of salters, so they are slowing things down on the westbound 401 from McCowan to about Kennedy in the Express. And we also have delays on the westbound 401 Kennedy to Warden in the Collectors. A mortgage with CIBC comes with expert advice and up to $3,000 cash back to help settle into your new place. Conditions apply. That's a look at what we have going on for your drive, and now I'll send things out to Frankie for a look at the forecast.
Hey, good morning. We hope you're having a good start to your Monday morning. Weather-wise this morning, it looks like we're getting a little still taste of some winter during the spring. Let's take a look what we have in terms of the active conditions right now. As Steph was showing, we do have some snow that has been falling, but that snow, as soon as it's making contact to the ground, has been melting. We've already started to see a little bit of a mix as well over through the Niagara region. We've been seeing that into St. Catharines and Grimsby. As we can take a wider shot out, we're going to notice this system is going to stay with us through today. As we work our way into the early afternoon, we'll see this move over to more shower activity through the afternoon, and then the risk of some patchy drizzle through the overnight tonight. By the time we get into tomorrow morning, we'll see some fog patches. Right now, we have a current temperature sitting right around the freezing mark in Toronto, -1 into Hamilton, +1 over to Windsor, -3 up through Muskoka. Good morning to you. Good morning, Ottawa, sitting right around -5. Current wind chill as you head out the door in Toronto, -5. And daytime high today, going to be 3 degrees. Tonight, we'll dip down to about -1. Tomorrow, temperatures of 7 degrees. Going to see mainly overcast skies through the afternoon. And then on Tuesday night, a little bit of a rain-snow mix. On Wednesday, risk of showers. Wednesday's daytime high right around 8 degrees. But once again for today, that snow changing over to some showers. Be careful if you are heading out of the roads. Have a great Monday. Now let's send it off to your news.
Thank you for that, Frankie. Well, while China continues to flatten the coronavirus curve, one Canadian has been living through the lockdown in Wuhan since it began in late January. Kristina Shramko works as a model overseas. She joins us now by phone, where it is already the evening time in Wuhan. Good morning or good evening. Thank you for joining us, Kristina.
Thank you for having me.
First off, tell me how you're doing. You've been living there through all of this. Tell me what it's been like through the beginning and where it all stands now.
Yeah, I've been here since the lockdown first occurred, and at first it was definitely very unsettling and everyone was panicking, but now it's kind of settled down to a point where everyone's accepted that we just have to get through this, and everyone's cooperating with government regulations and any restrictions that they may have placed. I'm doing great. At first, like I said, it was a little bit unsettling, and at first I didn't know what to do, but I think as time goes by, you kind of settle into it, and now it's just kind of a regular part of life.
Yeah, Kristina, for us here in Canada, here in Ontario, it's starting to be a bit of the new normal, not a full lockdown here, but people are getting used to this self-isolation, obviously not to the extent of what we're seeing in Wuhan. We're looking at some of the visuals here posted online by you. Has anything lifted? Have any of the restrictions lifted at all, or is it still status quo?
It's still relatively the same, and actually over the past week or so, it's gotten a little bit more stricter in the sense that they're really restricting people from going outside at all at this point. And in my particular residential area, they've set up these massive fences to make sure that everyone stays inside, because some people were trying to find their way out of our little residential area. So now they really put in some strict regulations in terms of letting people in and out.
And what have the government officials been communicating to the public? What are they telling everyone?
I think right now the main point that they're trying to make is just that Wuhan is coming out of the quarantine phase now, so everything should be returning back to normal. And actually, I heard the other day that they're going to start reopening Starbucks. So I guess regular businesses are going to be returning back to normal pretty soon. And I think within a matter of time, it'll be back to normal.
It's interesting to see it from the other perspective where it all began and now coming out on the other end. Kristina, you plan to come home anytime soon?
Yes, I would actually really like to come home and be with my family. I heard that Justin Trudeau put together, I think it was an $82 billion financial aid package for everyone, and that included up to $5,000 loan to help people abroad who are Canadians to get back home safely. So I've applied for that, and I would just like to get home to Vancouver and be with my family, although things are starting to get a little bit worse over there. I think it's just better to be with your family at this point.
Absolutely. Well, Kristina, thank you for your time. It's good to hear you're doing well, and hopefully at some point you get reunited with your family again in Vancouver. Thank you again. And that's Kristina Shramko joining us live from Wuhan, which, of course, was the epicenter of COVID-19. And now they're starting to see residents a bit of a turnaround there, which is a relief. But unfortunately, a lot of nations now struggling. So we'll stay in touch with Kristina and her journey as well.